Hello, third grade bass players. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a lesson 11 in your book, which is kind of where we left off. And I was waiting to do it in person separately. I wanted to give you guys a couple weeks to do your D string and your G string notes, because this is all on your A string, which is your third string, which is a lot of notes. But I'm going to show you now, and then you're going to be able to put it all together and work on it, and you're going to be great at it in no time, okay? So I'm going to review what you know, right, so far. We've learned the whole D string, D, E, F, and F sharp. I'm going to play 4 of each of those, and you can play along. We're going to start with the D string, okay? So here we go. Got my bass position, got my thumb in the back, got my elbow up, got my fingers over the strings but not touching. Got my bow hold looking good. Remember, you want to lean on that index finger, okay? I'm on the D string with my bow and my fingers. I'm going to do 4 Ds, 4 Es, 4 Fs, 4 F sharps. 1, 2, ready, go. D, E, F, F sharp. Then I went over to the G string, your highest string, right, over here, and I'm going to do 4 Gs with no fingers, 4 A's first finger, and remember, on this string we skipped second for now, so I'm going to go right to 4 B's with 4th finger on the G string, okay? So here we go. We're just switching it all over, doing everything we know on the G string, your highest string. Here we go. G for nothing. 1, 2, ready, G. That's everything you got so far note-wise. Then I'm going to take all my bow and my fingers, and I'm going to move everything over to your A string, okay? Which, as you know, was the one you've been using all along, okay? But now, your fingers obviously go in the same place. You just really have to keep that soda can move going so you can get them all pushed down to the fingerboard as best you can. You're really just getting real strong with your fingers. So now I'm going to play all on the A string, and I'm going to do them all, and you maybe know or don't know what they're called, but then I'm going to go back and show you how to read it, okay, in lesson 11. So I'm going to do 4 A's, 4 first finger on the A string, 4 second finger, we'll do that one here, on the A string, and 4 fourth finger on the A string. And it's going to sound like this, and you can listen and or play along, okay, or do it twice, rewind. Okay, check it out. So now I got my fingers over the A string really close. I got my bow. This is your second lowest string. Okay, here I go. 1, 2, 4 A's, go. First finger on A. Second finger halfway. Stretch it right out. And then all 4 fingers right on the tape. So that's where they go, same place, and you're getting super low, which is awesome, okay? That's what makes the bass awesome. All right, so there you go. That's where your fingers go. So now you just have to know what they're called. And I will tell you that it's very similar to your D string notes. So on the D string, it's alphabetical, and it went D, E, F, F sharp. And on your A string, you start with A, and alphabetical geniuses know that next is B. And that would make your second finger C. And that would make your 4th finger C sharp. Just like the way it worked on F and F sharp on the D string, it's now C and C sharp on the A string, okay? So now we're gonna play 4 A's, 4 B's, 4 C's, and 4 C sharps, which is exactly what you just played. I'm just going to call it the correct thing now. Here we go. Get ready. Okay. Here we go. Got your fingers over your A string. Ready? 4 times each. Here's 4 A's. Ready? Go. Here's B's. C, second finger. And C sharp, 4th finger. So there you go. 4 A's, 4 B's, 4 C's, 4 C sharps. Okay. So now all you need to know is how to read it. And that is lesson 11 in your book. Okay. All right. Now, lesson 11 is the one with the B and the C. Do you see how there's only the A and the B and the C? And I will tell you that lesson 12 next week or whenever I post it, that has your C sharp. But we're only going to read 3 of them at a time, okay? So if you look at the top, this lesson 11 has A, B, and C. I even taught you extra finger. You don't need it for this lesson, but okay. So there it shows you where your string is, where your fingers go. You already know that. We just did it. And then it's called B and C, just like we talked about. And if you look up at the top, right here on the little tiny staff, A, B, C, alphabetical, it looks lower than all your other notes so far. Your G string notes are your highest, then your D, and now your A string notes are lower because it sounds lower, so it looks lower. You already know your open A is on the bottom space of the staff right there, okay? That's the one you've been playing all along, your open A, like back when you played Cuckoo Bird. Then it makes sense. You add a finger, you're going to go up one little spot. So now your B, see where it says first finger and it's B, is on the line just above that A. It's the second line from the bottom, and these guys are facing up. You see that? So if they're right side up, you know that they're down on the A string. Then you're going to go up one more. Your C will be your next space up, which is your second space from the bottom. And if you learn I don't know if you guys learned it yet in music class, all cows eat grass for the space notes and bass clef. That's your C, A, and C, okay? So that's where they're at on your staff. A is your bottom space, B is your second line from the bottom just above A, and C is your second space, okay? So if you know all those things, you can now play number 1. So check out number 1. There it is, all A's and B's and C's. Okay, so basically you're gonna play, look, 3 beats in a measure, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna say it, and then I'll show you how to do it, and then I'll do it for you. So look, you start on A, B, 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 C, 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 back to B, 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 A, B, C, B, A. And if you look, it only uses A, B, and C, and you go up and down and up and down. So you can play that one. All right, so now I'm going to play this one for you, okay? You look at your book. You can play with me right away. You could try and rewind, however you want to do it, okay? But this is going to be number 1. Turn the bass so you can see my fingers better. Okay, here we go. Make sure, please, watch your bow holds and all your finger patterns or your positions and stuff. All right, here I go. Ready, set, go. So that's number 1. Number 2 is very easy. Again, it only uses A and B and C, but it's all, if you notice, it's 4 beats in a measure and it's half notes, right? So check it out. I'll say it first and then play it for you. A, B, C, B, A, rest, rest, C, B, A, B, C, rest, rest. And if you see the patterns there, it's very helpful, okay? You always definitely look for the patterns in the music. It's always a pattern. Okay, I'm going to play this one for you. Try this one with me. This is number 2, okay? Remember, keep your eyes on the music. If you notice, I always look at both things. I'm going back and forth a lot. But you want to definitely get used to reading the notes. So don't look at your hand or you won't know what to play. Here I go. Ready, number 2? Ready, go. Rest, rest. okay? And for number 2, the notes aren't written there the way they were for number 1. Just make it a little more advanced for you. But remember, they're all right at the top. So if you forget, just look up, figure it out, and keep going. All right, then you have one little new thing underneath number 2 here. See this C in a box? Basically, they're replacing this 4/4 time signature, 4 beats in a measure that you've been doing, with a C, because 4/4 time signature is the most common time signature. So common time, it's called, and it's another way of writing 4/4. So it's really nothing new. It's just when you see it, you go, oh, C, still 4 beats in a measure. So if you look at number 3 here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 beats in a measure still. Now, number 3 is great to play because it has notes on the D string and the G string and the A string. It's all over the bass. So you go slow, but you just play what you see, and you move your bow and your fingers over to the correct string as you go. Also, there are no sharps over here, so you're going to play Fs and Cs if they show up. So check it out. I'm going to say it for you. Look, it starts on D, no fingers. D, E, F, G, and then A, your high one, your first finger on the G string, rest. Then you move everything over to the A string, and there's your low A, B, C, B, A, and then back to D, D with no fingers. This one's good because it really hops around your bass. But as long as you just make sure your bow and your fingers are on the correct string, and that's the hardest part. You just, whoops, if you go the wrong way, just fix it and practice it. That's what you do when you practice it. And then when you can play along with me right now, then you know you got it. Here we go. Here's number 3, what it should sound like, okay? Here we go. So I'm starting on D. Hop over to the A string during the rest. So I went all over the bass for that one, but it's awesome because it's a good chance to try everything, okay? All right, then that brings us to actually one of the easier songs in the whole book. Okay, but underneath number 3, above number 4, do you see it says tempo markings, more Italian, tempo. And then fancy, it says indications of speed. But basically, tempo markings tell you how fast to play something or slow. And they put them above the beginning of the song. And a lot of them are in Italian. Moderato. There you go. Say moderato. So that means moderately medium speed. Okay, so, there you go. So when you see that at the beginning, you go, okay, I should play this medium speed. Not like Twinkle where we would play it slow because it's a lullaby. All right, so now, other than that, you totally know how to play everything for number 4, Sunrise Dance. And great news, listen to how many different notes are in it. I'm going to say it. So if you look, you get your fingers ready on C. C, 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 A, C, 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 A, second line. A, E, A, C, 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 A, and then A, and look, you repeat that A. Okay, so did you notice only C's, second finger, open A's, and that random E on that bottom line there. So you only need 3 different notes. This is super easy to play, okay? This is one of the easiest. All right, so I'm gonna play it for you and I'll do the repeat, okay? Get ready. And then again, Sunrise Dance, if you can play this with me, then you know you've got it, okay? So here we are, number 4, Sunrise Dance, here's your C. Got my C already? 1, 2, ready, go. Watch, I'm ready, go back, that's it. Rest, repeat. And there you go, okay? So that's all of lesson 11. That's A, B, and C, all right? In a couple of days, I'll put up the one with the C sharp, but mostly you just want to get used to it, and you want to be able to get yourself from one string to another pretty easily, because that's 3 out of 4 strings, which is awesome, but a lot to remember where you're hopping around to, okay? So do your best at it. Message me or whatever you want to do if you have any questions, but I totally want to make sure you get this, because you're going to finish the 3rd string very soon, and you're going to have a ton of notes. All right, talk soon. Miss you guys. Bye.